Welcome to our brief discussion of a total compliance solution called Compliance Basics Plus, available for Black, Gould, and Associate brokers. Insurance brokers are faced with helping employers with four key challenges. The first problem is the need to be able to pass a DOL or ERISA audit. The Department of Labor is tasked with auditing all group plans regardless of size by 2018. Employers' audits could be next week or could be 3 years from now. A few months ago, we had a 15-person group that was audited. Fines could be as high as $110 a day per benefit plan for noncompliance, or up to $500,000. This is a high-level view of a DOL audit and the kinds of things they're looking for. And we're happy to provide you with an actual audit letter upon request. But in essence, they're looking for summary plan descriptions or an SPD wrap document. They're looking for various notices that are required, trigger events, 5,500 reports, and they're also checking for various compliance with the Affordable Care Act as well. The next challenge for employers is getting out all the employee notification requirements to plan participants. They can't just assume that the insurance providers are taking care of these notices. And most organizations are pretty good at getting out COBRA and the summary of benefits and coverage. But everything else in between here is a bit hit and miss, with most employer notices not going out. The third challenge is keeping current with the ever-changing employment laws and requirements. Every month there are federal and state changes that are taking place, and it's difficult for your employers to keep compliant if they don't know what's required. The final challenge is being compliant with the privacy provisions of HIPAA. Employers are not accurately securing their PHI or their employees' protected health information. Compliance Basics Plus is designed to address these challenges and more, creating peace of mind and making compliance manageable. The first thing the service does is keep employers informed by telling them what they need to know and do every month. Employers are provided with a legal update once a month with due date reminders, employer actions, state and federal changes. We send this to our broker partners a few days ahead of time, so they're also kept informed. Here's an example of one of our legal updates. The first thing we do is summarize important due dates and employer actions. We include your business logo with everyone that you have set up on the service, so we help with your branding and building you. Next, we cover critical federal compliance changes for all employment laws, such as the Affordable Care Act, Fair Labor Standards Act, and so on. The legal updates also provide state-by-state changes. Employers can double-click any highlighted states to see important changes in states where they have employees. Once a month, we also provide a best practice article that tells how to implement various compliance, HR, and leader best practices. For example, we may cover how to set up a wellness plan, or we may cover a compliance topic like how to implement the new Affordable Care Act employer reporting requirements, which we did last month. Here's an example of a best practice bulletin we wrote on how to pass an ERISA audit. The next important solution provided is assistance with employee notification requirements. The service provides a web-based tool that allows either the client or you, the broker, to answer basic questions about the organization and their benefits that drive which notice applies. Then you push a button to generate your employee notices. The system then pulls in the notices shown in this bracket that apply, populates the notice for any that require company-specific information, like the Medicare Part D notice. We separately run the health exchange notice as well. That one goes out to all employees, where the other only goes to participants in the plan. A critical part of the Compliance Basics Plus service is the SPD wrap service that allows employers or user broker to easily log in to the web system, answer simple questions to create, store, and update their SPD wrap documents. Once information is entered, you simply press a button to generate the employee notification document, or the SPD wrap document. It is then emailed to you or to your client, whoever you give instructions to. If you have any questions or needs along the way, or any customization assistance, you simply contact our ERISA specialist. We also provide an option to add a 125 premium only plan document service that is required to allow all employees to participate in the eligible benefit plans on a pre-tax basis. The service provides the required documents and provides a tool to complete the required discrimination testing. If your clients have an existing POP document that's older than 2014, it's out of date. There were several important needed amendments to this document in 2014. Okay, well, I'm now going to log into the web-based tools and show you how the system works. So the first thing I'm going to do is show you the client view. So when you set up clients through our service, each of them will be assigned a username and password. And then when they sign, then they can log into the system, so they have access or you have access. So if you want to take care of everything for them, we may not even give them the login information. If you want to give them access and you both have access, then they would receive the information. So if I'm logging in as a client, entering in their username and password, once they go into the system, they would have access to a number of web-based tools. We just talked about the employee notice documents. So they could go into employee notices, employee notice report, answer simple questions about their organization that drive which notice applies, including information about their medical insurance. Once they fill out this basic information, they can click this button to generate the employee notice document or generate their health exchange notice. Now you also would have access to this as their broker, so you could come into the system and fill out much of this as well and generate the document on their behalf if desired. The clients can also access our past legal updates either by the actual date or search by legal topics. There's a whole section with all new hire forms and documents. They have access to our past best practice articles. For example, I mentioned we just ran one on employer reporting requirements. Each year we also provide them with a compliance calendar. So they have a compliance for the whole year showing the key due dates and the employer actions for the year. Now, I'd mentioned the SPD wrap document service. So either client or you both have access. So from the client's view, they simply click the SPD wrap drop-down button, and they can come in now and answer as much of this as they could, and then perhaps they have you come in later and assist with anything they couldn't answer. Most of this is pretty straightforward. They answer the basic information about their organization. They select which benefit plans they have, and then that's what populates down below, where then they would provide the details. So what the wrap document does is pulls in the missing insurance company information. So once the basic information on eligibility, what happens when the plan terminates, which benefits apply, some basic information on each of the benefits is filled in, and then they simply come down and they can generate their SPD wrap document. They can decide if they want it sent to themselves, to you, the broker, or to both, and you can have that same access where you can come in and see the same information they have here. If they have questions at any point, they can call our toll-free number and speak with an ERISA specialist, or if they need a customization help, they could either call or make notes here for the specialist as well. So clients also have access to what's called the summary material modification feature. So either you or the client could come in here and generate a needed summary material modification to communicate some change that went on with one of the benefit plans. This makes it very easy to generate just that change, that core document. This is another thing that ERISA asks for when they do their audits. This is saved and stored here, or generates a download for you or the client to send out to participants in the plan. They also have a HIPAA toolkit here. They can go into our HIPAA toolkit, and we have directions on to help them understand what levels of HIPAA apply, as well as steps to take to create their total HIPAA program. Then they can come into our HIPAA forms, documents, and policies, and they have everything they need in here, the tools and resources to fully create their program, even have business associate agreements. Okay, with that, let me go back out, and we'll talk about the cost of the service. So before I do that, I wanted to show you also have back-end access. So we would set you up to where you could go in and see all of your clients at one glance. And you could very easily go in and edit to run their notices, or edit to do their SPD wrap documents, or to assist with a POP document as well. You can also, our service can be set up to either go directly through you as a broker for them to receive special broker rates, and these are the special broker rates here. Or your client can be invoiced directly or sign up online. So we were talking about the Compliance Basics Plus SPD Wrap service. So you can see here when you have less than 20 clients, your rate is $15, and then when you have 21 or more clients, then your rate would change to $13 for all clients moving on forward. And that's $13 a month per company that's assigned to the service. Now, because you're part of the Black Gould and Associates organization or affiliated with them, we skip the bronze level for you, and you start out at the silver level. So immediately you can start out, and then as you assign additional clients, then you get additional lower rates moving forward. If you have folks who need the POP document, you can see that that's $16 a month per company, or based on the number of clients you assign to us, could be lower. You can also separately, if you only want the wrap document service, you can do that separately, or POP document, and so on. Now, if you prefer to just refer clients to our service, there is that option as well, to where clients could come in, and these are the retail rates. We'll provide your clients with an additional 5% off when we get you set up as a partner. And so we at that point, they can go in and sign up online, and then they would enter in a 4-digit partner code that we would assign to you when we get you set up as a partner with our service. Great. Well, thank you very much for your time today. We appreciate you taking a look at our service. Please call or email to discuss next steps and how we get you set up as a partner. 801-685-8400 extension 0, or you can email info@hrserviceinc.com. Please feel free to call with any questions, or if you'd like additional demonstration or anything we can help with. Thank you.